Howdy. Now for my second video after some camera lessons where you can see the whole rig in action. This is my normal mooring situation, which is why I want to be able to stop quick. Up here on top of my boat is where the dinghy lives. That's actually my house. Portable house. Take off on the weekends. We're here on the Columbia River at a place called Government Island, east of the 205 bridge. About 40 miles to the east is the famed Hood River, where all the windsurfing goes on. That's the 205 bridge there in the area where I'm going to be sailing the boat. And I've tried to learn how to edit so I don't bore the living crap out of you folks with repetitive shots. Here I'm headed on a close reach, or headed up on a port tack. The wind's coming from the bridge. As you're watching this, you'll notice my mast is too long. My sheeting system isn't very well adjusted. I also haven't got the top of the sail tied well enough to the mast. The top two battens don't have parrels, the diagonal ones. You'll also notice some vertical wrinkles at the front of the sail. This is probably a combination of the yard and the boom being too flexible and sucking some of the camber out, as well as maybe needing some Hong Kong parrels to hold the diagonal rigidity of the rectangular panels. When you get away from flat cut and go to camber, the cloth doesn't really hold everything square anymore. Running up the wind and turning across it.
Oh, now I can't see anything.
Beautiful day on the river, if you can't tell. There's about 1.5 knots of current on this river, so when you see me running up dead before the wind, I'm actually moving pretty good through the water. That current's running from the camera down towards the bridge. There's those vertical wrinkles I was talking about. See that second batten from the bottom? It's not properly trimmed. I've since cut down the mast, stiffened up the yard and the boom, and redone the sheeting system. We'll see if the weather allows me to get any filming of that. Fall is kind of hit. I think this is where I snag a fishing line with the Port Ama. Yep, that's it. So there I've got it snagged. But then a quick port tack. Well, maybe a not so quick port tack. And he's got his line back. This little boat is so maneuverable, it'll just tack on a dime. Foot pedal activated rudders. Rudder. Hitting those wakes, the extra length of the mast and the lack of parrels up top really let the sail move way too much.
I think this means I'm running
Like I said, I've since modified that. And I think this is where the wind is about died for the day, or get close to it. Still running up against that 1.5 current. Maybe a little wind left there. You know there's real wind when that Ama starts to bury.
Whatever this is, it's 0 minutes.
And yes, that is as comfortable as it looks.
I don't know what this is.
And I think that's about the end. More to come.